Welcome to Coffee with Bridget, and today we're doing something a little different. We are doing a full moon ceremony. Now I'm calling it a ceremony because I don't always do a ceremony or a ritual on the full moon. I usually do that on the new moon, which is when the energy is active. But there's so much heavy emotion around this full moon. I feel it needs a little extra something. So we are going to do a little ceremony for releasing heavy emotions. So the tools that we need for this full moon is a red candle for fire. Raspberry is the plant for Leo, so raspberry incense. Then we have raspberry tea. Our sound tool is a brass singing bowl. And I have 4 stones for earth. There are only 2 stones recommended in the book, which is sunstone. It's a beautiful stone. I love sunstone. They are beautiful. They're like, let me see if I can get the flash. There's a little bit of the flash. There's sunstone and goldstone. These are both work with the solar plexus chakra, which is mostly what Leo works with. So we're going to be working a bit with our root chakra. So I brought in some hypersynth for anxiety to work with the root chakra, and I brought in some tiger's eye, and I love tiger's eye because this is courage and confidence. So we're balancing the energies out a little bit with the stones. And then I recommend that you get 4 sage leaves. I've got 4 sage leaves here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I only got 3. There's the 4th one. 4 sage leaves we're going to use in the ceremony, and a fire safe little thing for it. It could be any type of fire safe thing. I'm just going to be using this little censer. And we'll do our little ceremony. I'm going to get it started. I'm going to set it up and walk you through what to do. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and create our sacred space. So I started with my altar cloth. I have my altar cloth on my table. I'm going to put my sound bowl, my Tibetan singing bowl, the sound for this particular ritual. I'm going to put that on my altar. Now, I do recommend that you go ahead and you have a recording of a Tibetan singing bowl playing in the background. So I've got my sage leaves here. I have our journal prompts. So our journal prompts for this full moon. And what does this grief look like for me? What are the benefits of these heavy feelings? What are the negatives of having these heavy feelings? So we're going to do these journal prompts. And then I'm going to place my stones on my little altar here. I'm not going to put them in a grid. You could put them in a grid if you want, but grids are for setting intentions, and we do that on the new moon, not the full moon. I'm going to put my book, The 13 Moons, up here just to remind you guys. And then we're going to go ahead, put our incense up here, our candle, and our tea. So we're going to go ahead and start our ceremony. So we start by working with air. So we're going to start by lighting our incense. Didn't really like that, did it? Let it go for a little while. There we go. Now it's lit. So we always start with air. So that's the first direction on the medicine wheel. Next we go with fire. So we'll light our candle. Okay. And then water. So we'll go ahead and put our tea bag in and let it steep. And then this is a great time that if you have the essential oil, put it on your fingers and anoint your stones. I'm just activating them by touching them. But we're going to go ahead and imbue these sage leaves with the energy of the emotions that we're carrying this full moon. This is a full moon with heavy emotions, so I'm doing grief, self-doubt, sadness, and anxiety. So that's what these symbolize. And I'm just going to put them in my fire safe bowl here. And this is just going to be a meditation to release them, so we're going to light them. So we're just releasing this energy. Any sadness, any grief, any fear that we're feeling. And so this is a great time to play your sound tool. And if you can't hear it, I'm going to be getting microphones soon so you can actually hear. But this is a great time to play your sound tool or listen to your sound tool. Drink a little bit of your tea. Observe the smoke, the flame. Write in your journal anything that is going through your mind, especially these journal prompts, which you can't see very well, but it was a thought. So just enjoying the energy of the moment. And this is a root chakra singing bowl. So like I said, I'm working with the root chakra because the energies coming up are fear, anxiety, and grief. And we're really grieving the future that we thought we were going to have. Grieving the ambitious ideas that Neptune and Aries has made look nebulous, and Pluto and Aquarius is drawing an end to. So this is a tough energy. We're working with the unknown, and when we face the unknown and it's not the future that we expected, there's a lot of fear that comes up, and that's natural. It's natural to have a lot of fear and doubt and anxiety come up when there's new things happening. But we're releasing those energies with this sage through this ceremony. And this is a great time to meditate, to think about the future, contemplate what you want. And that's a great thing to journal as well, is what the energy that you are wanting to carry forward when you release these heavy feelings. But we're releasing the feelings around these emotions, but we're embracing the emotions. We're talking about what this grief feels like, what this fear, anxiety feels like, and we're letting it go through us. We're embracing that feeling, knowing that it's important. There are benefits to having negative feelings. There are positives in that. These feelings come up for a reason. They're here to be our teachers. So it's important not to repress these feelings, but to embrace them. So that is my little ceremony for you today for the full moon. This full moon in Leo is a potent energy. Grieving the future we thought that we were going to have it's difficult. It is tough. It's a wake-up call. It's a reality check. And, it's telling us what is, really going to happen and what's, to let go of. And so I hope that you find peace in this ceremony and find peace in this full moon and release these heavy emotions that are weighing upon all of us. So thank you so much for joining me, and bye for now.